This week in DFN number 16, we finally have the team that the audience all wants to see, a Big and Brog, as they're going head-to-head up against TF2 Boomers for the chance to take the title up against Melee Creeps. Well, Big and Brog, you've had a lot of weeks to prepare for this. Would they stand up enough to take themselves into the money match? With some very peculiar bans, B&B ended up locking in an ultra-powerful early-game comp. TF2 Boomers playing without Lash for what feels like the first time ever showed they have upped their draft game. The newest addition of Poppers to Big and Brog paired with Fish Cake on Lash keeps on constant pressure in mid.
Basically make you irrelevant in the lane. Like, where the heck is Ivy? I haven't even seen Fickle Frog for ages, and there it is. There's that burst that comes in.
TF2 Boomers set up for a push for their first Guardian, but the rotations are there for B&B.
These rafters here, and another unsuccessful overload by TF2 Boomers, and now there could be a problem. Return to Shadows has to be used by LGTK, but they're low, and there's a Mirage in the sights of Poppers. So many options, so many targets, but this was what, a 4-player collapse for TF2 Boomers onto this right side lane that peters out. They lose 2 players, they lose the Guardian, and I'm losing my mind.
With peer content running the urn, TF2 decide to force a fight, but are met with demise and the loss of the urn. Tessus, they don't have Ranger there, and honestly, I think they're gonna need him.
My. Bye, lol. Oh, this is a problem. Stone Idol here looking a little bit awkward for Fickle Frog as they try and get engaged in this fight. Gibbs is low, though, so I'll be able to trade this. Tube, though, timely use of that one. Fish Cake low, forced to try and roll away. There's going to be reprisal for this. Make no mistake, but in the meantime, Pierre is able to turn that Soul Orb in, and there's a paradoxical swap.
Sitting on an almost 20k soul lead, B&B get contested on the left side buff, and TF2 finally get an advantageous fight, but still lose the right walker. And speaking of being baited in, Fish Cake was potentially being baited as he looks to get away here, but Ido shows up out of nowhere. He's going to lose that on the buff, but that's going to be a good death slam coming out of Fish Cake.
Oh, wow, Ranger looks like they got the buff here, but well, their celebration was pretty short-lived. Ido here, healthy enough, but Shadow Transformation no longer available. They spot Goober out, but sharp shooting there from the hold. A crack shot claims Idorian. Goober will be traded out here, though, at least, but Big and Brolic now lead by 1 player in this engagement. Stone Idol used here. Popper's in trouble. Yams also low. TF2 Boomers might have found an opportunity to turn this around, and it all starts with baiting Fish Cake into one of those buff locations. What a trap to spring.
Ido's presence is enough to draw 3 players from TF2 Boomers to him, but he buys enough time for his team to come in and win the fight 2-0.
Not want to deal with that at all. However, they've got no choice. They're cubed up, but they will still be caught in the lasso. Cold front going to be popped. Salty might be caught out here at all. Buddy, the cavalry has arrived. Gibbs turns up, and that return to Shadows there for LGTK will give them a little bit of spacing, but not enough, as that is going to be a combo used to lock them down.
With B&B sticking around after that fight, they focus TF2 Boomers' attention on Ido so they can sneak in the urn. Against, as you can see, Ivy going to be going in. Fickle Frog might be in his death. As Stormcloud going to be following up with. It's at least going to deny in zone control Ido here around the corner. And it looks like they're going to be a hold for now.
Gets drawn out. What is the plan here? I mean, elsewhere, we're starting to see a rotation with the urn. So Idorian giving themselves up here to, in theory, guarantee an urn turn in just in time. Yeah, is able to drop that one in and then get the heck out.
TF2 get a catch on Gibbs, but are unable to lock down the kill quick enough, allowing B&B to push down the mid lane walker.
This Gibbs caught out again in the lasso. Got to be cubing themselves here. Gibbs able to shrug off that combo. Now there's still the issue of the Viscous. Gibbs is really trying to make a quick escape now, and Regenerative Locker got to be popped there to give them enough health to, in theory, walk away. But the chase is really on. Elsewhere, Salty's gone down. Tornado going to be used there to catch Gibbs, and it will be a pick-off on this Viscous. But this time, Big and Brolic appear to be ready for it. There's a big fight happening over towards the mid side of the map, one in which Ranger is going to be the subject of scrutiny. Big and Brolic have the numbers on this part of the map, but there comes an owl thrown out. Popper's able to get the stun. For a long time, Ranger was suspended there, but has a divine barrier. They're going to have to use it here. Fish Cake, they've aimed the stun at them, but it's going to be surely a swap if needed. Death Slam interrupted by the looks of things, but what goes up must come down, and Fish Cake will assist with that elimination.
With Rejuve in hand, Fish Cake looks for his moment to pounce, and boy does he find it.
I mean, Fish Cake is definitely on that high protein diet.
Oh, buddy! It's a Death Slam to end them all! Absolute carnage! TF2 Boomers not at all ready for that. They lose Salty in the ensuing fight. It's going to be very hard to come back from this one. So grouped up, Big and Brolic happy to dive on them here. And even Ranger with a bit of soul behind him, trying to go for a big storm cloud, won't be able to hold this extremely swole mass of players at bay. They lose peer content, but that's going to be at a walk picked up. And well, sometimes, Jason, if you want to force a fight, just going with that Lash.
Still with the rejuve, and after penetrating the base from TF2 Boomers, B&B used the urn to force the next fight as the stage 1 patron gets taken down. Now looking for the back-to-back fight here with the urn turn, and Purecon's just going to stick this one, make sure they secure it, then go for the fight off the back of that. He still has the combo available. He's going to be popping that over onto LGTK, locking down the Calico, who's just going to be bursted down here. Ido comes in with a great power slash across this, and Big and Brog back-to-back fights, and they get easy wins here. With split fights across the map, TF2 Boomers are able to kill off Poppers, but have no one left in their base to defend as they hurry back just to be met with their certain death.
Wrung out.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's crusty with like cinnamon and sugar, then
dehydrated, not taking enough objectives on the map prep. So,
bro, I'm gonna cut right now. I'll take any kind of pretzel I can get. Let's be honest. Lane 4 or the right hand lane. Sorry, we did see TF2 Boomers trying to actually flex out. They did catch Poppers. It's a great initial kill, but they've already lost out on Deathy and Goober, and Big and Brog still have Ido, the big man himself.
And looking terrifying here on this Yamato. Shadow Form gets them pretty deep. It'll be a 2-player death slam. And hey, they've managed to catch themselves a 7. Nicely done. Lucky number 7 comes out there for Big Brolic. And it's time to finish this game. Magic carpet time, baby. Mate, even Aladdin couldn't have pulled off a heist like this in the streets of Agrabah, flea markets, and all the rest. TF2 Boomers, unfortunately, will be sent back to Lumbridge for yet another week. And hopefully they return with something a little bit fresh, because Big and Brolic just used their signature hero against them.
Well, the wait was worth it here for Big and Brog. They take the win up against TF2 Boomers and the chance to take on our reigning champions of Melee Creeps. They've been their scrim partners, but can they overthrow them and become the kings of NA? We'll find out next time here on Locked In. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.